Gandalf, one of the most beloved and enigmatic figures in J.R.R. Tolkien's Middle-earth, is often portrayed as a beacon of wisdom and strength. Yet beneath his wise and stoic exterior lies a character who knows fear deeply. Fear not only of failure, but of his own limitations, the forces of darkness, and the responsibility he bears for the fate of the world. Before we get into detail, it would be really cool if you subscribed. That would be appreciated. But let's go on. Gandalf, known as Olórin in his original form as one of the Maiar, was a spirit of great wisdom and humility. When the Valar decided to send emissaries, the Istari, to Middle-earth to aid in the struggle against Sauron, Gandalf was hesitant. He admitted to Manwë that he was afraid of Sauron and doubted his ability to oppose him. Manwë, recognizing Gandalf's humility as a strength, insisted that he go. This reluctance underscores an essential aspect of Gandalf's character, his awareness of his own fallibility, which contrasts sharply with the hubris of Saruman, who embraced the task eagerly. Upon arriving in Middle-earth, Gandalf's fears manifested in various ways, but they never paralyzed him. One of Gandalf's most iconic moments occurs in the depths of Moria, where the Fellowship encounters Durin's Bane, a Balrog of Morgoth. The Balrog, like Gandalf, is a Maiar, but unlike Gandalf, it retained its full power as a servant of darkness. Gandalf, in his nerfed mortal form as Gandalf the Grey, faced not only physical peril, but an overwhelming aura of terror emanating from the Balrog. Despite his fear and the odds stacked against him, Gandalf stood firm, sacrificing himself to protect the Fellowship. The confrontation illustrates a profound truth about courage. It is not the absence of fear, but the will to act in spite of it. Gandalf's invocation of the secret fire, a direct appeal to Ilúvatar, underscores the gravity of the moment. He recognized that his strength alone was insufficient and called upon a higher power, a testament to his humility and faith. Gandalf's fear of Sauron was a constant undercurrent in his actions. From his initial refusal to take the ring from Frodo, knowing its corrupting power, to his caution in dealing with the Nazgûl, Gandalf understood the monumental threat Sauron posed. His fear was not rooted in cowardice, but in a clear-eyed recognition of Sauron's strength and his own limitations. Unlike Saruman, who succumbed to pride and sought power for himself, Gandalf worked from the shadows, orchestrating events and inspiring others to act. Tolkien frequently explores fear and its role in shaping characters. In Middle-earth, fear is not a weakness, but a measure of one's awareness and responsibility. Aragorn's self-doubt, Frodo's despair, and Gandalf's reluctance all serve to humanize these characters, making their eventual triumphs all the more inspiring. True bravery, as exemplified by Gandalf, is found in facing fear head-on. His acknowledgement of his limitations, his fear of corruption, his respect for the power of the ring, and his willingness to sacrifice himself stands in stark contrast to characters like Saruman and Denethor, who fall to hubris and despair. Gandalf's courage is deeply intertwined with his humility, a trait nurtured by his service to Nienna, the patron of mercy and pity. Gandalf's fear was often rooted in his deep compassion for the people of Middle-earth. He feared failure not for his own sake, but for theirs. His reluctance to take on power, as seen when he rejects the ring, stems from his understanding of its corrupting influence. His fear of his own potential fallibility drives him to act with caution and wisdom, a stark contrast to the recklessness of others. Through Gandalf, Tolkien conveys a powerful message. Fear is not the enemy. It is a natural response to the weight of responsibility and the enormity of evil. What matters is how one responds to fear. Gandalf's willingness to embrace his fear, to acknowledge his doubts and yet press forward, makes him one of Tolkien's most heroic figures. In his reluctance to lead, we see wisdom. In his fear of the ring, we see integrity. In his confrontation with the Balrog, we see selflessness. And in his final acts to inspire and guide the free peoples of Middle-earth, we see a character who, though afraid, exemplifies true courage. Gandalf's journey is a reminder that even the mightiest of heroes are not immune to fear. It is through their struggle with fear that they achieve greatness, and through their vulnerability that they inspire others. Thanks for watching. Please comment if you like the images, and I would love it if you subscribed.